We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Takes it at the 7th. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the jump.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And it's taken in at the 9. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The Giants had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Jones. That is caught at the 7. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Good.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Hunt will try going up the middle. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ready?
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, Mustang 19.
Now Gino. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Gino now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, You like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Jordan Brooks in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
18
Now it's Smith. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
Smith on 1st down. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Beckham.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Barkley inside handoff. A solid stiff arm.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Giants have come back to make it a 2-point game.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now Gino on first down.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
79 Broncos.
On first down, Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Come on. Hey.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go.
They snap it to Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Again, Smith. His throw incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Okay, break.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Smith.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll return it from the 6.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. He completes it to Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Now Jones. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On second down, here's Barkley. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Now Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10 to the right side. This is Walker. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready?
Another try for Barkley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Gano's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Smith now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
On the ready. 7 Pirates. 60 Vices. 70 Timberwolves.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Ready up.
2nd and 10.
Stop roll 18.
Smith. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Giants, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.